Hi, everybody. Welcome to the second episode of Ish Talks. And I actually named it Ish Talks. I think I was actually talking about it in my previous podcast that I used to call it Ish Talks when I did it in my college. So I actually thought that I would go with the same name. So, anyway, the topic for today is the importance of trying out different things and failing at them. But before getting on to that, I think I was really sounding very low and very dull in my previous podcast. But this is not how I am, okay? I do have energy. I do have a charm to myself. I just felt that when I listened to it later on, I felt that why am I so dull and like people are gonna be like, is she going to sleep right now? Is she sleeping? Has she just woken up and decided to record it? But no, that's not who I am. Maybe I was just a bit nervous, thinking it was in my head that it's my first one. Anyway, so yes, let's just get on to the podcast now. So this is going to actually be divided into two parts because I realized that this is not something that I could wind it up in like 15 minutes. So we're going to discuss some things in today's podcast, and whatever is left I'll share it with you in the second one. Yes. So starting off, I actually want to describe it to you, like what I mean by trying out different things. So if you're in college, if you're in school, if you're in your, early 20s, late 20s, early 30s, late 30s, early 40s, late 40s, you get the gist, right? Yeah, so wherever you are right now in your life, you might have come here, you might have been here in your career by going through some very different paths and very, different choices in your life. So, for example, let's just take an example. I'll take my own example. You might have started off, in engineering. You might have graduated in engineering, but then you decided to take up finance. All right. Or you might have taken theater, or, you might have actually gone into this. It's so trendy right now, the influencer era. So you might have decided to be an influencer, for say. But maybe you tried it out and it didn't work for you, and then you decided to go for something else. You decided to maybe switch up to, for example, law. You decided to become a lawyer and you wanted to go for that, or anything like that. You get it, I think, that you might have taken different paths, and you maybe, if you're in your early 20s or late 20s, I cannot even justify it. You might be in your 30s or 40s, but you might have taken a turn in your life and you have decided to go for a new thing, for a new venture, or for something that might have been in your head for a very long time, that you wanted to try it out, and you maybe did not have the heart for it. Maybe you did not want to take that risk, but now you want to take it, and you might have just taken a completely new path. So, and I'm not saying, I do not want to be negative for you, but maybe it might not work for you. It might, I hope it works for you, but it might not work for you. But what is the importance of these things? So what happens is, even I will take my own example. When I was in college, so I'm a very enthusiastic and very passionate dancer. Dancing is a hobby, and I do enjoy it and love it. But I also like singing at the same time, and I was good at sports also. I have been good at my studies also. I'm honestly not bragging, but I actually have been into a lot of things, and I have enjoyed doing a lot of things. I have I have been an all-rounder, and so you get it, right? So while I was in college, so I was graduating in aerospace engineering, and while doing that, I also started a small dance group, and I am into weightlifting also. I mean, these days I've actually fallen a little bit out of love because I have not been very consistent with it. But yeah, I always have a love for it. I will always have a love for it. I will always enjoy it. But yeah, so I was into that. I was into dancing, and I also liked singing. So I actually started a YouTube channel, and that was for making covers of songs. So I did try it out, but it actually did not work out for me. And what I realized was that this is actually not who I want to become. Like, a singer is not who I want to become. Although it might have been a side hustle for me, it might have been something that I would do side by side with while taking a career path in engineering, or maybe something related to that. But it actually did not work out for me. I did record covers, I did do it for a little bit of time, but when I felt that no, it's not something that I really want to do, I deleted that. I stopped doing it because I did not enjoy it, and I wanted to do something that I would really enjoy. So while I was dancing, I also did upload some covers of dance. Now I did it on my Instagram. I still do it whenever I feel like it. Again, it's not what I do consistently. It's not what I want, who I want to become. A dancer is not who I want to become. So I do it whenever I want to do it. Then I was into, like, I was not into sports in my college time exactly, but yeah, I also tried skateboarding. So I ordered a skateboard, and one of my friends also gifted me a skateboard, so I did try skateboarding as well. Now I actually have lost it, so I do not do it right now, but I did try it and I enjoyed it, and I would still do it in my future. All right, but if you talk about, career paths or serious career paths, I also tried vlogging on YouTube. I did it, and I did it for a time, but again I feel that no, it's not something. Actually, my life was also not on a, um I was traveling. I was not traveling exactly, but I was switching places very frequently, and my life was not stable at the time, and I was not in a very good space mentally. So I couldn't do it. I couldn't continue it. Maybe would have enjoyed it, but I don't know. I stopped it. So, and I do not regret. I do not regret any of the decisions that I took. Some things I still do. Some things I still do. Some things I still enjoy. But some things I stopped because I did not enjoy it, and maybe it was not for me. But when did I do it? I did it all in my college time. When I was in college, I experimented a lot. I mean, these are the things that I actually remember. And there are a lot of things that I tried, and now when I look back, I'm really, really so thankful. I even started this ish talks before, and when I was not sure of it, I didn't do it. I stopped it, but I started it again because yes, it was something that I really, really enjoyed. Talking is something and discussing is something that I really enjoy, and I actually like, if my speech, if my, discussion, or if me speaking about anything can help anybody else, I would really, that is actually my purpose, that I want to help. So I started it again because I did figure it out that yes, that was something that I really enjoyed, and I would want to give it a second chance. So yes, so when I talk about these things and when I look back, I feel like it was not something, any of the decisions any of those decisions that I took, it was not something that I wasted my time, or I shouldn't have done it, or what is the point if I actually stopped it. Well, the point is that I just tried it. What if I had never tried? I would have always thought to myself that okay, vlogging was something that I really wanted to try. I wish that I had tried it at that time. What if it had worked for me? What if? I didn't want to leave those what ifs at that time. I just wanted to try it. Whatever popped in my head, I tried it. If I didn't like it, I didn't do it. But if I liked it, I had continued it. Right? So that was the point. Now, actually, why did this topic come to my head in the first place? It was because, I'm 23 years old, and there are a bunch of 23 years old out there who are actually, settled in their lives, who are actually, at a very stable point in their lives, financially, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And when I see them, when I compare myself, I actually found myself comparing a lot. And I, thought to myself that these people are so lucky that they always knew what they wanted to do. I mean, if I had known what I wanted to do from the very beginning, and if I, if my mind wouldn't have changed, if my heart wouldn't have changed, I might have done it, continued it, and even now I would have been stable too, right? But I actually realized that through all these experiences, doing so many things, trying out so many things, exploring such, so many stuff, I'm still exploring. I still am not sure about what I want to do with my life. I am really sure about a goal and a dream of mine that I really want to, make true. And that is my passion, and that is, my life, my whole life. That is what I really want to do in my life. But the path to it, you're not really sure what path to take for it. So I felt that through all those experiences, yes, I also have tried working in real estate. So this was also something that I actually, wanted to do. I I worked in real estate for 2 months, and I did drop out of it because the unwanted attention first of all that I got. I'm see, everybody likes the limelight, right? Everybody likes limelight, but I'm not a sucker for it. I do not want the unwanted attention. Sometimes I just want to, stay, stand in a corner and do my thing. I just don't want people to see me, or, to have eyes on me all the time. I do not like that. Some people might like it. Some people might enjoy it. I'm not shaming any of that, but I was not the one for it. So, and also, the atmosphere and everything. And I realized that, okay, although that was something that I enjoyed as well, I did like it, but if did I want to do it for my whole life? No, because the atmosphere that surrounded it, and a lot of many things, a lot of things are attached to any path you take. I was not willing to do that for my life. But that was something that was in my head for like the past 2 years. And did I get over it? Yes, of course. And I'm so happy. You cannot even imagine. You really cannot even imagine the amount of lessons that I have learned in those 2 months. I felt like I was living in a bubble my whole life. Although I've been out of my house since I, passed my class 12th. I have been out. I have been, into the world. I have seen, I lived in a hostel. I've stayed outside. So I thought that, I have explored a lot more than other people have. But I still felt, when I went into real estate, I felt that, oh my God, I was living in a bubble. I actually do not know how the outside world works. There are people there who can who can actually drop to so many, lower levels for money, and they would do anything. And how they treat people, how they treat everybody outside. And as a girl also, what do you have to go through, and what many girls go through. And oh my God, I cannot even tell you. If I go, this can be a whole new topic or a podcast maybe. But I still feel I that I'm so thankful to God, grateful to God, that He gave me this, maybe these guts, or maybe this habit of taking risks, that I try out things that I really want to, try or do, because this is the time when I can actually do it, because I do not have responsibilities on me. And this is the time I can actually explore and find out new stuff. So I'm really, really so thankful that those 2 months working in real estate taught me so many lessons, so many lessons. I actually felt that now is the time that I'm growing up. The age did not define my growth actually. Now I'm growing up. Now I know what actually happens in the real world. And yes, so, but do I compare myself again to those people that who actually had figured it out, very early on, and now are very stable? Yes, I do. And I'm really happy for them that they always knew what they wanted to do, right? And their hearts never changed, their mind never changed. But while I'm happy for them, I'm also very proud of myself, and happy for myself, and happy for all those people who are still trying out so many things, because the least it'll do is actually, take you to the passion that you always had in yourself but needed a way to find it out, and will actually lead you to, so many new adventures, so many things. And one thing that I really like about this is, that I feel, for example, if someone's a singer, right, or someone is doing YouTube, or if someone is, into sports, or if someone is into, can I say, real estate or anything like that, the least I can do is have a conversation with them. Why? Because I have tried it out. I have tried out so many things that I can actually hold up a conversation with so many types of people, because I know I have an idea about so many things. I have tried out so many things that I know about them. I have at least an idea that I can actually hold up a conversation with them, right? So these are the things that I really, really realized. And yes, of course, everybody is gonna be stable at some point in their life, right? Everyone doesn't have the same path, and we all have different paths. We all have different timings. Everyone gets what they need in life at different times. So of course, we will also be stable one day. But what is the beauty of it? The beauty of it is that you have tried out so many things. You can actually help somebody else too. You can actually guide somebody else too. And you do not want to have these things in your heart when you're, maybe in your old age, or whenever you think that now is not the time to take a risk. You will always have this in yourself, that I wish I would have done it. I wish I would have tried it in my life earlier. I wish I knew how it turned out, because I didn't try it at that time, because I was too scared to take a risk, and I was too scared to do something, or maybe experiment, but I wish I had done it. So all these what ifs will all be out of your way. Whatever you will be doing in your life later on will be something that you're really, really passionate for. You won't have these what ifs. I see people who are in their 30s, late 30s, or early 40s, but those who have a lot of responsibilities on them now, and they actually say to us, the people who are in their 20s, that whatever you want to try, whatever you want to do, this is the time. If you have a dream, if you have a hobby that you want to convert into a passion that you want to do for your life, just do it. Take that step. Do not think about it too much, because that is actually the time that you can do it. I'm not defining that okay, 20s are the only time, but of course, there are things that, again, like responsibilities, you do not have those responsibilities. You don't have to feed your kids. You do not have to, I mean, I'm talking about a particular set of people. People might have responsibilities in their 20s as well. I'm not saying that, but I'm talking for the general population. So this is the time, and this is the beauty, that you will actually try out so many things, that whenever you get to your passion, you will have something to look back on. When I am 23, oh my god, I have mentioned my age so many times now. But whenever I look back in my college life, I feel like it was not just 4 years, it was such a long time where I experimented so much, and I was so happy doing it. I enjoyed it so much. I was entertained. I kept my friends entertained. And I actually, I was so quick at taking steps. I was so quick at taking risks, that whatever was in my heart, I just did it. And sometimes I also tell myself now that I'm mature. I'm more mature now. I think about it more now. I think about things more now. So sometimes I also make myself learn from your past. I do not regret any of that. So if something I want to do now, I will do it, and I should do it, because if I don't, I do not want to have this thing in my head that काश उस टाइम कर लिया होता, काश उस टाइम देख लिया होता, काश उस टाइम करके देख लिया होता, क्या पता हो जाता, क्या पता आज वही चीज़ मेरी पैशन बनी हुई होती. सो एंड समथिंग दैट यू वांट टू इवन टेल टू योर फ्यूचर जनरेशंस, हेल्प योर फ्यूचर जनरेशंस विद. So yes, I think I have actually discussed a lot, and it's like around 17 minutes now. So I think I have actually covered most of the things that I wanted to talk about, but yes, I might share a few more things in the second podcast, which might be a shorter one. So anyway, I hope I helped, and I hope I helped anyone who's going through the similar phase, and someone who's actually willing to try out something very different, and who just wanted a maybe a word for motivation. So I hope it helped, and yes, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.